Okay, now as part of admin activities, we are going to perform a creating of a location. While creating of locations, we need to specify like which location it is, or while creating requisition, we specify which location it is. So from where the value picks, we need to specify that value, or we need to create that value location somewhere. So here is the place where to create a location. Under configuration, Smalltalk administration, we have a section called location. Under location, click on element management. Element management is nothing but a place to create location. For our zone, we have 3 locations defined. One is Dubai International Airport, Investment Park, and World Center. In case in future, if we have some more location needs to be created, then click on create location and create the locations. Okay, I will show you the location which is defined already in the system. So here is the one. We need to give the code and a description. Basically, we give same value under both code and the description. And abbreviation is just for information only. It doesn't have any impact on the system as such. Okay, as I said, associate reference module is also for reference. If we have any child value, if we have any subunits under that location, you create here children. Abbreviation as DIA, it will not affect anything. Since we are not going to display this abbreviation anywhere, it will not have any impact as such. Recruiter, while creating requisition, they can see only this value, description. Okay. And like this, we have a job field also we need to create. Okay. Basically, while creating requisition, we have 3: organization, location, and a job. So I showed you how to create organization in the previous video, and now this is location and job fields. Okay, so hereby we create job fields. I am taking one as an example. Job fields is nothing but a categories. We have a categories called catering operation, hospitality, amenitization, so on, like culinary. These all the categories we have. Let's say in future, if we get a new category to be added, so use this screen to create new one. Or if you want to deactivate anything, then you select it and deactivate it. Now if you can see, for the presentation purpose, I deactivated one, so I can see the status as inactive. Okay. So now we are done with the foundational data. If you can see in the demo agenda, first thing is setup data, foundational data. Now we are going to look after security and access permission. Okay, security access permission is nothing but managing user accounts, user groups, access, employees, recruiter. That's it. Now, in order to manage it, we have a section called users. Under users, we have user account, user group, user type. I will tell you in detail what is user account. Before going to user account, I will explain you what is user type and user group. Then we'll go with user accounts, because user accounts contains user type and user groups. So in order to know better, so it's good to go with user type first. User type is nothing but recruiter or agent or hiring manager. These are the 3 user types we usually use. So in order to filter, find any custom, any EKFC specific values, search with EKFC. All values have prefix EKFC. Here EKFC agent, EKFC hiring manager, EKFC recruiter. These are the 3 user types we are using. Okay. The other ones are just test ones. All are test ones. Okay. You can even inactivate, delete it. Okay. Now I am taking EKFC recruiter for this presentation. like I will show you how to, what is meant by user type basically. It gives a security, it gives a restriction or giving a permission to a user. That is called user type, nothing but. Broadly, we have three, as I said, hiring manager, recruiter, and agent. If you add agent user type to a employee or to any user, then he will have only the permission which are restricted for user type called agent. And hiring manager have their own permissions and setups, securities. Okay. So in order to edit, click on edit button. Okay, go to recruiting. Under recruiting, we have requisitions, and these all the broad divisions under recruiting. If you want to remove one permission from recruiter, or if you want to give permission to recruiter, you just click on requisition, click edit. You will see all permissions, access requisition, view requisition. If I uncheck this one, then all the users who has this user type will not, or they will not now view this requisition. They cannot view because view any requisitions, create requisitions. Okay, if I uncheck this one, then he cannot create requisition. If you want the users to create requisition, then it should be checked.
These are the only parameters we can choose from. There is nothing we can add.
Yeah, we cannot add. We cannot add any permissions. You can choose, you can specify yes or no for any permissions. Like see deleted requisition, see closed requisition, view. These are the different permissions. It's no in user guides it's already explained. How all of them. All right. In user Thalio standard guides, what is meant by this, what is meant by all the user types is explained. Okay, that is under requisition. Or if you want to manage, if you want to remove some permissions from a candidate perspective, then you click on candidate, you edit it. See, to explain you in better terms, we have two, agent and recruiter. For agent, we don't have create requisition permissions, whereas recruiter have create requisition permissions. How I manage it, how I did. So now I am in recruiter user type. If I see requisition, create requisition is there. Okay, I gave create requisition as yes, and I am going to navigate to EKFC agent user type. Okay, EKFC agent. Now I am just navigating to the same section under recruiting, requisition. Here, see you don't have all the permissions that recruiter have. If you click edit, it will show you in better terms. Here, I removed this create requisition permissions. In future, if you want the agent to create requisition for you, then you select create requisition here, so that agent can create the requisitions. Okay, this is a basic idea behind user type. Okay, now user groups. What is meant by user group? User group is nothing but, see, as I said, every recruiter have certain responsibilities. Like some recruiter will manage only to catering operation and culinary. Some will manage different divisions of our company. So I group them in a particular manner so that they can access only to that requisition. See, if I select culinary operation group, a recruiter can manage only the requisitions under organization EKFC group company and EKFC 1 and 2. They cannot create requisition to Leninkraft or Foodpoint, and they cannot create any other group, any other requisition apart from culinary. Okay. If you want to add one more, then click create, you add one. Okay.
So you can one person can be part of many.
Yes, one person can be part of many user group, that I will show you in user accounts. Okay. Now I am going back to user accounts. As just said, user accounts is compressed of user type and user groups. Okay. Now I select user group, user account. Okay. I'm just taking an example, a user account. Okay. So this is the user, recruiting user, basically we call. Okay. Let's say if some employee raise a request saying that we need to change password, or it's their password is locked, the account is locked, then you can see here it's unlocked. Okay, if it is gets locked, then you can see as locked, then you can just click unlock.
So right now it's locked or
Now right now it's active, that's why you can see lock. If you want to lock this applicant, then lock this user, then click on lock, then they cannot access. Okay. So if you want to generate new password, click generate new password, or if you want to give a specific password, then edit. Here under password, you give your specific password and select force user to change password. It's a self-explanatory, no need to explain as such. And if you want to send a message, email with the password, then you can select this one, and employee user ID, everything. Okay, username is basically their employee mail ID. Okay, here let's say in future some recruiter coming to sysadmin or admin guy saying that I am going to handle hospitality as well, or I am going to handle culinary as well. Right now I have only one user group. How to handle it? You here under user group, click add, select which user group is you want to manage, select, then it will get add. Okay. And if you want to see what all the user groups he or she have just till now is here. If you click show button, it will show you what are the user group that she can manage. And if you add one more, it will come. Yeah. Okay. So he can manage only two EKFC 1, 2 and EKFC group. Okay. Now we are done with the security and access permission. In security access permission, to highlight just user permissions, user types, user groups and user accounts. Okay. Now we will proceed with creating selection list in next session.